yeah. At the same time, though, it do be like that. Well, and we're back with another episode of Controversial Chronicles. This week, we got a very interesting topic for you. I'm here with...
See, Griffey.
Pricks.
Yeah, so the topic we got for y'all today is going to be ego deaths / confidence versus arrogance.
Indeed.
Question today is, are they the same thing? Point?
I think not.
Care to share?
Confidence and arrogance can't be the same thing. You could be overly confident, that leads to arrogance, but like it's not the same thing. And one could lead to another, but it's not the same thing. Like there's a difference between being cocky and being confident. You know what I'm saying? It's like having that extra. That's what arrogance. I'll say arrogance and cockiness are more so the same thing than confidence. It's like you put yourself on a different platform. Like you feel like you're better than anybody else when it comes to arrogance. But then when you're confident, it's like, oh, like you're still humble enough to admit, like, okay, I sit in this cesspool of life or whatever. But arrogance would be like, oh yeah, no, I'm him. I'm Hemi Neutron. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm Hemi Turner. And then like you just be trying to flex whatever you got, even though you may not have much.
I'm going to have to confidently disagree with that one, because I feel like in order to have arrogance, you have to have confidence. Like it's undoubted. Without without confidence, there is no such thing as arrogance.
Right. That's why I say it leads. Like confidence leads to arrogance.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying. It's not the same thing, but one leads. Confidence leads. You have to have confidence. Yes, and then it leads to arrogance.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like yeah, like.
That was what you worded it.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, let me rectify that. You have to be confident, and then that confidence can lead you down two routes: your humbleness and humility route, or your arrogant and cocky route.
That's true.
It's a wide route.
If you're confident enough to actually be right, yeah. But if you're confident enough in being loud and wrong, that's where the arrogance kicks in.
No, see, my thing is, if you're wrong and you know you're wrong and you still gonna be loud about it, like you're just stupid at the end of the day. I don't even care. Like, why you gotta prove yourself to sound like you're right, but you know you're wrong? Like, that's just gonna make you sound like you a fool. I'm not gonna lie.
Literally, really goofy. Like you check the facts first. At least check the facts. You have to. It's undoubted. Because if you loud and wrong, you better hope nobody quote on to that, because you're just gonna look stupid.
Mm-hmm. Personally, that's what we refer to as hubris. Not enough thought, but more of a, yeah, that's me type, whatever. No. So I feel like definitely I do agree with y'all. Confidence and arrogance, they definitely do relate to each other. And I feel like arrogance is an overestimated confidence. That's what it is. And I feel like when you lack that humility is when arrogance actually happens. But I feel like when it comes down to confidence, you can like be confident in your craft and be like, I'm good at this or whatever. But then the arrogance comes in where it's like, I'm the best at this and nobody can beat me, whatever. Like, if you're unaware of where you lack, that's where the arrogance kind of sleeps in for real. Because it's very easy to say that you're good at something, but like, as they always say, it's easy to know enough to think that you're right, but not enough to know that you're wrong.
Now, with that, I do think that it's not about you not knowing, because a lot of people, they don't know, but at the same time, there is a saying, ignorance is bliss. But with this case, it's kind of like you can still know and just not acknowledge the fact that, all right, I might be wrong. No, you just going along with the fact that you're wrong and you still want to be right so bad. And I'm confident, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm confident that everybody has been through a moment like that where it's like, they were so confident to the point where they were right about a topic or a subject, and they just ended up being wrong.
No, that's the most heart-aching moment. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I will argue to a point, but I'm like, mind you, not argue. I hate saying argue. I would debate you to a point, but I feel like I'm so right in this, and then I feel when I find out that I'm actually wrong, I'll be like, I gotta shut up. Like, yo, that's why it's important to do your research. Mm-hmm. Don't talk about stuff you don't know. But it's like, you can talk about a point that you think is like, oh yeah, I know of it, but you don't know the actual full matter of it. That's where some people get lost and then be like, oh, because I know of it a little bit, then I can talk blah, 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 blah. Like sportcasters sometimes. Some people want to talk about sports, then they want to talk about stat lines. They don't know the full stat line. Then they get on some type of public platform or whatever, and they be like, oh, I said somebody has this amount of points and average this amount of yards or whatever the case may be, and then you got an actual professional looking at it like, yeah, what play or season were you watching like that never even existed? You know what I'm saying? And then don't try to argue with somebody about it, and they be like, yo, Google is free. And then they like, nah, like they just shut you down at that point. So like, you definitely gotta learn, like, talk what you're gonna know about, like talk what you actually know about, not what you know of.
No, me and Griffey just recently had a conversation like this, right? And I ain't gonna lie, my arrogance kicked in a little bit, but we was talking about how the Chiefs was playing for the Super Bowl. Now, personally, I like Patrick Mahomes, but I just got tired of him winning. I'm confident everybody was. Mm-hmm. But to me, when I actually sat and watched the game, I felt like they weren't really playing. Like, that just didn't look like the Chiefs to me. Now, everybody else around me are saying it's them. Personally, me, I mean, it just looked like something shady was happening on the sidelines for the Eagles to win, but...
Oh, not at all. Not at all. That's what an actual football game looked like when you don't have the refs in your back pocket. Because, listen, the refs weren't playing for them this time. They had the refs on their team, on their side for how many? 2 years straight? And then this year, even up until the Super Bowl, the refs said, hey, listen, now you're going to have to play on your own. The Chiefs played their game. They came up short. The score was really 40-6, but, mercy points to give it a 22. I'm just saying. And if I'm wrong, I'm not. Because ask any Eagles fan, ask any Chiefs fan. Because I just had a conversation with a Chiefs fan, headstrong Chiefs fan, and he's talking about, yeah, we played our game, we just suck. Like, mind you, the Chiefs. I'm not saying the Chiefs are a sucky team. They're not a bad team, but they're not all they are hyped up to be. I'm just stating facts. Because if they played these actual games that didn't have refs in their back pockets, how many games of the season would they have really won? Would they have really made it to the playoffs? Would they even made it to the Super Bowl?
Also, we have a Jalen Hurts. They have a Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Listen, y'all stop coming at Jalen Hurts, man. That man be playing his game. And y'all be talking about all these other quarterbacks and how he not in the top 5 or whatever. Man, that boy in the top 5 because he got a chip and they don't. He's been to the Super Bowl twice and they haven't. And he's only 25, 26.
And personally, I have to say it, but even though my favorite team is the Baltimore Ravens, and I am a huge Lamar Jackson fan, I have to agree with that. Because I feel like Lamar Jackson is literally just Baltimore's version of Jalen Hurts. Like, they have the same exact setup. Think about it. 2 running teams. 2 running bird teams at that. They both had... They both have not one, but one and the first and the second best running backs in the league. Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley? Come on now. Basically, they both had the same setup. Now, difference is... one team just didn't have enough willpower, so they choked. And the other,
play ball.
They came for blood. I ain't gonna lie. They went for blood.
In this season,
so
this upcoming season is happening again.
To kind of put us back to the topic, because great conversation. But based off of what you said about the Chiefs being a good team and it got to their head, would you say that there definitely is a line between healthy arrogance and just straight up arrogance?
Yeah, there's definitely. Because healthy arrogance is like, you're aware of you being able to beat them, and you're not going overboard with the taunting and all of that. Like, you already know, like, it's like, say you're going to play basketball. You're going against somebody that you know for a fact you beat all the time. 1v1, simple. Y'all play the 5, you know you easy cook. Now, you can play around with them all you want, but you're not overdoing it to the point where it's like you're trying to get in their head or none of that. Like, no, you just know that you're the shit. That's confidence.
I be doing that sometimes. I be playing around in people's heads. I'm not gonna lie. When I play,
intimidation tactics are not fun.
Y'all know. If y'all know, y'all know. I'm saying how.
That's why we don't play basketball.
I mean,
listen,
I'm not gonna lie, I do too. Especially when I'm on a game, I know that I'm a really great Call of Duty player. So I'll shit talk. Honestly, that's why you trash. Quit the game. Turn your Xbox off. Break your PlayStation.
Okay.
That's healthy because it's like it's expected.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what makes it so unhealthy is when it's like it gets to a point where it's almost like bullying.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to a point where it's like, all right, you suck every single time, and it's like, yo, you could have just said what's up to me, like you just see me in the hallway or something. It's just, oh, you suck, your ass.
Yeah.
You could have just said what's up, like.
Right. Sometimes y'all be dragging it too much when it comes down to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to have Mamba mentality. Shout out Kobe, man. That's my favorite. That's my favorite player forever, man. Mamba forever. But like, listen, y'all need to have Mamba mentality. What that means is y'all need to have the heart of a lion. But y'all need to, show humbleness and like humility at the end of the day. Like, don't be dragging it to an extreme where it don't need to go.
The one thing I will say, LeBron, people call him the king, but I have not seen him call himself the king not once. I just want to throw that out there.
No, yes.
He probably has. No, it's probably something I missed.
Ironically, probably though.
No, like he never said purposely I'm the GOAT. He never said that specifically himself, but he said, "Oh, like King James." Blah, blah. He said that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, and I'm not trying to go on this whole tangent. I'm gonna save that for another time.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to Michael versus LeBron, or even
they're not comparable. I feel like they're not comparable. I feel like
me personally, I didn't grow up I wouldn't grow up in the Jordan era, but I watched Jordan growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like from clips and stuff like that. I think personally that Jordan is better. My opinion, Jordan is a better player all around. Given stat line, the amount of years that Jordan has played versus the amount of years LeBron has played. LeBron has played more years, more seasons and everything like that. But if you compare them to the same amount of years, only the amount of years that Jordan has played, and put that on LeBron, Jordan is up to 6 chips.
I think this is where another confidence versus arrogance, line kicks in, because Brian is a very confident player, but he's confident in his teammates.
Yeah.
Jordan is was not very confident in his teammates at all, unless he had Scotty and even Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
But most of the time, it's like, give me the ball. Like, I'm gonna put this shit up there.
Yeah.
And even with Kobe, I'm gonna be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Kobe had a little arrogance to him, but when he had that trust in you, he was gonna give you the ball.
Right.
Jordan, I just think that it just wasn't that. Like, you had one shot, that was it. You messed that shot up, you're never getting it again. At least with Kobe, you take that one shot. Like, even Nick Young, you take that one shot, you mess up, get better, train, show you really want it. Then it's like, all right, Kobe just might give you the ball another time.
Yeah.
Jordan's not doing that.
And here's the thing, too. When it comes to that, like, people feared playing against Jordan. People feared playing against Kobe. People don't fear playing against LeBron. I'm just throwing that out there. And that's a fact. Like, check anybody that was playing during that time. That's what they said. They called Jordan Black Jesus or something like that when he was walking around like this. But yeah, they didn't want to play him at all. Like, that was the man on the mission. Like, people had to suit up and put their big boy draws on when they was about to play him.
You tripping. I'm going out there. He might cook me. Might. But it's a chance that I still can beat him.
Who?
It's a chance.
He's cooked.
It's a chance.
He's wild.
I can beat him now.
No, you can't.
No,
you can't.
No.
That man old.
No.
That man's still strong. He got old man strength.
So
he play golf now.
Yeah, he's still going back.
You're witnessing here. This is pure ignorance. Arrogance. Yes.
That's definitely pure arrogance. Pure arrogance.
Like, you can be confident that you can beat Jordan, but it's arrogant to think that you're actually going to win, bro. I'm sorry.
So Jordan, that's a call out.
Yeah.
He just called you out.
Me personally, I wouldn't take that. But I'm not you.
Let me start off with the rappers first. Let me play ball against rappers first. That's an NBA legend first. Hold on. I don't even come close to getting a ring yet. Yeah. That's arrogance. Definitely arrogance.
Yeah, Chris Brown gonna fry him too.
Exactly.
Chris Brown frying me.
And then he gonna drop a diss track on you right after he beat
you. But he gonna score and start pop locking just.
But look, hearing all of this really made me think about something. Because basketball, you gotta have a certain mindset to actually make it in the game. You can be talented, but you need a certain level of confidence and a certain level of arrogance to actually make a go at it. So I feel like, why is confidence so important?
Why not? What? Why would you walk around feeling hunched over, like, oh yeah, maybe I might do something today or maybe not, you know? Like, no, you gotta walk around, head up, chest out, you know what I'm saying? Be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take on any and every task that come my way. Even if you don't, you have to have the mindset for it. If not, this thing called life is going to beat you. I'm not gonna lie.
That's very true. I agree with that. And I feel like without that confidence, it really just gonna just cut you down. Right. Cut you down to size. Like, it's a certain type of power that comes with the confidence that it makes you feel unstoppable. Regardless, even if you don't like get done what you need to get done, you still have that set in your mind, like, all right, I tried. I'm gonna come back to this tomorrow and I'm gonna really get this shit done. Mm-hmm. And I ain't gonna lie to you, in my profession, that a lot of that is actually necessary. Because I come across a lot of problems that, you know, I need to sit back, take an hour or two, take that time to figure out this problem, and then come back to it and I figure out the problem in 5 minutes, just like that. So it's necessary. Confidence is definitely a necessary thing for you to take on this thing called life, such as he said.
And it's timing.
Exactly.
Indeed. So we're talking a lot about mindsets here. What do you say to somebody who needs to build up that confident mindset?
Chin up, chest out. Mm-hmm. Mean what you say what you mean. That's one of the biggest things.
Yeah.
If you don't know exactly what you're trying to say,
right, and know what you want.
Yeah. Know exactly what you want.
You can't tackle nothing if you don't know what you want.
Yeah. If it's something that you even have to think about, it's guaranteed already a no. If you have to think about it. So
that's fair.
My biggest thing, especially with like telling someone how to like build up confidence, learn from your mistakes. Be like Iron Man. You constantly learn from your mistakes and just get better at it. Essentially, that's really what you got to do, because confidence comes with knowing that you know, and I feel like that is a very big part of it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just gotta be like, don't be afraid to take risks. Like, you can't live your life playing it safe. Like, where is that going to really lead you? That's not going to lead you but nowhere but into the same loopholes that you've been stuck in. You got to be able and willing to step outside of yourself. Step outside of the realm that you're in. My biggest thing, I say this all the time, you have to learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Stop putting yourself in an egg, in a shell, and locking it away and throwing away the key. Listen, I'm going to say this. If you want to go out and talk to a female or a guy, whatever the case may be, you have to be able to be like, I can pull that person. Have it in your mind. Even if you don't. Have it in your mind that, okay, this is a task I want to do. I'm going to do it. Now, if you don't, hey, that just wasn't your luck of the draw. Move on to the next.
It ain't even just about that. It's all about how you carry the situation as well. Because you can be in a situation where it's like, you'll question your own confidence in the middle of it. Like, such as you said, coming at a female. Like, or if you're into men, women too. You know, we appeal to all sorts. But
everybody.
But if you come at your person or that person that you like, you know, you might stutter. It's a normal thing. But it's all about how you carry that. It's all about how you carry that after that. Like, if you keep on going, keep that confidence, okay, you in there. Like, confidence is something that you can wear on your sleeves and it's going to be seen. Guaranteed. It's going to be felt. You're going to feel it. So, keep that in mind whole time, regardless if it's off the first meet, second, third, whenever. Even if it's in the middle of it. You're always going to be able to feel that shift in that confidence.
Real rap and be able to just go on with the flow. Because I'm telling you right now, not everything's going to go your way at all. It's not. But you got to be able to move forward past it. If you learn to, boom, bam, listen. Learn to take rejection. Whether that's from somebody you know, whether that's from a job you're trying to get, whether that's from an opportunity you're trying to take. If someone says, nah, okay, learn, take it in, and be like, okay, how am I move accordingly? You know what I'm saying? That's all you got to do is learn to move accordingly. And once you master that, lock that into your brain, put that a part of your system, you'll be fine. Trust and believe. The process is there. The gears are already turning. You're going to get to wherever you got to go. That particular thing was not destined for you. You have to learn that's okay. That could be the finest person that you ever wanted. That could be the best job that you ever needed. That could be whatever the case may be. It's just supposed to be for you. And you have to be okay with that. There's nothing wrong if something doesn't align with your initial goal. That's why you have steps A through Z. And then steps 1 through $1 million. You know what I'm saying? So take your time, build yourself up, and I'm just gonna piggyback off to what you were saying. When you trying to talk to that somebody and you start to listen,
Hold up. Take that deep breath.
yeah,
Recuperate yourself.
yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. I apologize for my speech. My name is so and so. What's your name? I was wondering if I could get to know you. Simple.
Yeah.
Simple. Keep it simple. Keep it short and sweet to have their attention and also be able to get it out the way.
Right.
But keep it interesting enough so that way, they actually want to have an interest in you. They want to learn more about you.
Don't be bland. Try to be funny. Don't listen.
Don't be too funny.
Don't be too funny.
It makes you corny.
Don't try to be too funny because that's an L.
Yeah.
Don't make it natural. You know what I'm saying? Don't hit my fault. I just stumble when I'm around pretty women. You know what I'm saying? Don't do one of those. Oh
Why the chicken crossed the road?
Don't hit one of them Jones. But learn to be personable.
Yeah.
That personable attribute can lead you to a stronger road of confidence.
The biggest thing that comes into confidence, this might sound cheesy, confident, everybody heard this, but being yourself is probably the biggest and best formula you will ever get when it comes to confidence. 100%. Because there's billions of people, but there's not another you.
At all.
No cap, even if you got a doppelganger.
Literally.
And that's why Griffey sat there and said, you gotta say to yourself, I'm him. Listen, if you don't believe it, just keep telling yourself until you actually do.
Real rap.
The biggest thing about confidence is repetition.
Words of affirmation to yourself.
112%.
Wake up every morning, do your thing. Whatever you feel as though is your thing to make you confident in the morning. Like, there's people that go to the gym. There's people that just get up and just be like, screw it, I'm going to smoke this L and be the greatest man alive today. For example, we got Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo's. They just woke up one day and I'm about to draw the fuck out of something, and they did that.
You got Albert Einstein, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. with the electricity.
Exactly, the Tesla ball, all of that.
You know what I'm saying? He was fire bending and redirecting electricity
before
Avatar.
No, that's Benjamin Franklin. Ooh, wow.
Yeah, Ben Franklin.
No. The Tesla ball is
that's
actually...
Ben Franklin.
No,
that
was, but the electricity and the kite.
Oh, yeah, that's
Benjamin Franklin.
That's my fault. See, I humbly take that out because I didn't know too much about it.
See, that's arrogance.
We don't own the rights to a history book. We don't own the rights to the history book.
I've been out of school for a little bit too long.
It was confidence that turned into arrogance.
School.
Yeah. I didn't get to the arrogant route because I didn't be like, oh no, that is blah 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 blah. I was like, oh yeah, I was wrong.
Yeah.
But it also goes back to what I said before. Learn. Exhibit A. To kind of just piggyback on what was said, I agree with everything I said, and I feel like the biggest defeat of confidence is being afraid to fall. It's like skating. It's just like skating. Once you get that fear of falling out of your mind, you can do whatever you want because the biggest thing that holds you back is yourself.
Bro, man, I haven't touched skates since I broke my leg. I want to get back to it, but listen, it's going to take some time.
But see, that right there is the big thing too. Understanding that when you fall,
I'll turn to Superman at night.
You are not going to always get back up super fast. It ain't going to happen. But you got to be willing to take those steps.
I didn't get up at all.
I did 120 on the highway. Did you dare me to drive? Oh, man. But yeah, it's times like this and topics like this that we're here to show you that it's okay to go through certain life paths certain ways, but as long as you show your own originality, you'll be fine. That's all it's about. Just be original, be you, be confident. That's where confidence comes in. Being arrogant, it comes with it slightly, like he showed you. Demonstrated, even I demonstrated. Arrogance, it's a thin line. Confidence can become arrogance really quickly. So just be careful with that. Just know what you're getting yourself into when you're being confident and just stay headstrong.
100%. And do understand that after a certain point, confidence does become arrogance. And it's at a point where it does have to die. It truly do, because it's at a point where it just becomes egotistic. And that's not something you want.
Not at all, because then you'll go that'll cause you some serious pain. That'll put you through some serious situations In situations like that, it'll lead to your downfall. It'll lead to ego deaths and things like that. And that's just not something that you just want to deal with. Like, it's natural to deal with an ego death because, you know, sometimes it's literally just you blooming. Think about it like a butterfly. Butterflies, they start off as caterpillars. Think about an ego death as you going into your cocoon. You lose yourself completely because you thought you identified as this. But at the end of that road, the end of that transition, you become something way more beautiful because you're more confident with what you got going on. Mm-hmm. You're more sure of yourself.
Right.
So,
ego deaths have to happen because it breeds a space to actually learn from your mistakes. And I feel like without that, you can't grow. You have to be willing to go back to the drawing board. Like, you know, yeah, ego deaths happen, but it's not the end of the world. It's actually the start. Because the best thing ever is when you're back at that starting phase of actually learning again. Because it opens you up to an opportunity to, like you know, what Prix said, it allows you to basically become something beautiful. And I feel like a lot of us are afraid of the idea of starting over, which is why ego deaths are such a scary thing. And again, it depends on who you are. It depends on who you are. If you're somebody who's always has things a certain way and always been at a certain level, ego deaths can be tragic. They truly can. But anybody can recover.
That's facts. You just gotta be able to allow yourself to go through the transition. Don't fight it. That's what I mean. Sometimes when you're so persistent in who you are and you feel like you're stable, and like I said, that's a part of the whole thing. You have to learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Like, that's gonna happen, and just go with the transition because it could lead to somewhere where you like, oh, like I'm my new reborn, renowned self or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? So rock with it. Don't be afraid to rock with it. Go with the flow. And you never know what part of life that's going to lead you to. That could lead you to a path which you didn't even see coming your way. Mm-hmm. That could put you on a path to enlightenment if you're on that. You know what I'm saying? That could put you on a path to financial stability. That could put you on a path to success. And that could be on a path to, I've been speaking on humbleness a lot. Make you humble. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes those ego deaths are literally the keys to your next stage in life. Like, literally transitioning to your next stage in life. Because right now, it could be, like, if you're religious, it could be, like, maybe God or Allah saying, you know, this is just ain't your time right now. You're not mature enough. Or, you know, sometimes it's just, it ain't even just leading just to that. Sometimes it's just some maturity thing. It's all about what you're willing to accept and what you need to accept with your life. Because if you don't actually get that opportunity to take that time that you may need to yourself to actually experience that, it could also be, you know, led to your downfall. Whether that's literally, whether that's mentally, whether that's just literally financially. You know, it's well needed.
I feel like an ego death, for real. It's like playing a video game. Every now and then you gotta look at the map. You have to. Because I feel like a lot of us, we be all going full speed ahead, right? And then we hit that wall. And it's like, Dad, why'd I hit this wall again? Because
you can't drive.
Exactly, because you can't drive. But anybody who's been driving for a long time understands that a lot of it's about film, but it's also about this, too.
That break game.
And I feel like everybody needs that ego death because it allows you to fall back and kind of see the bigger picture. You got to look at that. You got to see that roadmap all over again and understand, okay, wait a minute. Where did I go wrong? Where this happened like this? It allows you to build it up the right way. And it kind of gets back to the idea of like, it kind of reminds you the idea of false peaks. You know, we work so hard to get to this certain level and then we fall down and we wonder why we fell down. It's because you built it wrong. You can build a great building, but if the foundation is faulty, you're done.
That's facts.
I
just make sure when you check that map, you come to a complete stop. Because no lie, you gonna end up hitting that wall anyway.
Listen, the wall gonna beat you.
But stuff like that causes ego death too. It's like on Grand Theft Auto. You crash into a wall, you go into the little paint spray icon, and you come back out with a brand new candy paint. Now you a brand new person with a brand new car. And that's just how it feels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, talking about GTA before GTA 6 is crazy.
I'm excited. I can't wait.
No, it's for
Oh, we will be streaming. We will be streaming.
Yo, make sure y'all tune in because we got some stuff coming in too. We actually will start doing like live shows and stuff like that. We will be going live on either Twitch or whatever. We're gonna start having that around, so make sure y'all stick around for that because that's gonna be pretty entertaining to see all the stuff behind the scenes and stuff we do outside of this. Y'all go, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and don't be afraid to let us know what y'all want to see. Like, we have plenty of ample opportunity to talk about any topic that y'all would like to see us talk about. Anything y'all like to see us do, just let us know. We accept all feedback.
Real rap.
100%. Honestly, my biggest thing is, if you don't like what we saying, comment, please. Fight us on it. We welcome it. We absolutely welcome it.
No lie, I will debate y'all. No cap.
Yes.
100%. 100%.
I'm ready for it.
We do not back down from any debate.
No.
Nah. Unless, I don't fully know what I'm talking about.
Right or wrong. Right or wrong.
See, I'm not going to be that arrogant. And start arguing and debate with y'all, and I don't know what I'm talking about. I've been down that road before. I'm not doing it again. I learned my lesson.
I'm going to study first, and then I'm going to get back to you.
Oh, no, for sure. Once I'm hip...
It's over. Listen.
You're
I'm telling you. It's done. It's done.
Once I know about it, it don't take me nothing. Google is free.
I'm trying to tell you.
Google is free, but Google does give you the wrong information, too, sometimes.
That's why you got to look at Webster Dictionary.
Exactly.
In Oxford.
It's also very important to understand the difference between good information and nonsense, respectfully. Because I feel like a lot of people read something in Google and be like, oh, then I know this. No, you don't.
No cap. Yo, wait. I gotta clarify.
No, you don't.
Don't always listen to Google. Google is cool for an overview, but it doesn't give you specific information all the time.
Exactly.
If you have someone that is a professional or knows more about the subject, and then Google gives you like a kind of overview, and then you go to another professional or whatever, and they tell you the same thing that I done told you, you should just listen to me in the first place.
He's right. It's like looking in Google and this Wikipedia say the same thing. I mean, they both bad sources, but hey, I mean, Google, you sneeze, you tell them you sneezed 3 times in a row, they said you're ready for death. No
cap. I'm not gonna lie, but Google getting better with that AI overview. It's getting a little bit better.
I think that's getting scary, but that's a topic for another day.
That is
Yo,
very
how can
scary.
you tell that I typed all this and you giving me the exact thing, kind of like a breakdown? Like, ooh, that's kind of weird.
How you know what I was about to say?
Like the links usually popped up before the AI overview and like, oh, maybe you're talking about this, maybe you're talking about this. No, you're actually saying, oh, you summarized what I just said in the question. What's that called? What we learned in school? How you gotta it takes the question and then you break it down.
You talking about ChatGPT?
No. What we learned when we was growing up in school, and it said this is how you answer a question, especially like a prompt. And you would tag it. You would tag it.
Oh, the citations and everything.
Yeah, you have to tag. You know what I'm saying?
Citations.
You know what I'm saying? You have to tag.
You do. You have to tag your source.
AI overview tags everything.
Yeah. It tags the source, all of that.
I mean, that's all well and good, but you do have to understand, depending on AI, it is also a destroyer of confidence, because the problem is, the thing is, you ain't doing nothing. The machine is. So the reality of the matter is...
You typed.
I mean, yeah, you type, but then...
No, they'll find all the information for you. I get it. Like,
what if there's a power outage or a blackout? What you gonna do then?
I mean, you still can't look it up.
It all leads to your grand old noodle.
Grand old noodle. And you didn't take the time to build it up, so now you're lacking.
So, I mean, like, that's kind of situational because, like, if I want to learn about something and then the internet, or, like, it's a blackout, I can't find it anywhere unless I have to have, like, an encyclopedia or something in my house. You know what I'm saying? Or, like, go out to a library. But, like, who actually lives near a library anymore?
Look.
It ain't even about living near one. It's more so, like, are they still in business enough when you have literally the power of everything right at your pocket?
Yeah, right.
The biggest thing is, I feel like what I'm trying to get at here, don't allow it to think for you. I'm perfectly fine with, like, looking stuff up and, like, trying to, like, find sources and whatnot. That's cool. But I'm referring to, like, the fact of the matter of, like, you instill your confidence in technology too much. And it's like, you can't do that.
And you know what's crazy? A lot of people don't even know that a lot of information came from, like, a lot of encyclopedias. You can ask people that's just probably our age, probably even older. What's an encyclopedia? And they just won't know.
No, that's bonkers to me.
It's upsetting, but it's true.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, if you my age or older and you don't know what an encyclopedia is, that's kind of sad because we grew up in the same era, you know what I'm saying? We wasn't iPad kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were like, accessible until we were like growing older.
We look like unks. We ain't unks. I don't want that.
No.
But, but
like, we're big bro, beginner, big bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, no. Like, if that's sad, if you don't know what an encyclopedia is, that's yeah.
If you older than me and you don't know what an encyclopedia is, I think that you have bigger problems to worry about.
Yeah.
Long story short, educate yourself.
Literally, knowledge is power.
Indeed. But honestly, though, I feel like just like to pull things back in perspective for a bit. I feel like when it comes down to like ego deaths, right? I feel like it's something that we all must face, and without one, there is no progression. There's none whatsoever. But I feel like in order to have an ego death, get that confidence in the first place.
Exactly.
And the thing is, how do you build up confidence with someone who don't have any?
That's a good point. But a lot of that comes from them not knowing their own self-worth. Once you get somebody to actually learn what they're worth and actually experience what they're worth, which ego deaths can also show you what you're worth. Like, not all ego deaths is literally you losing your self-identity. Some could literally be you gaining your self-identity. You just growing into it. So, that's all is what it's about. For real.
He about to preach. Keep going.
That's pretty much all I got. It's really that simple. You really don't have to go that deep into it because it's all about growth, as you said. So if you can grow into it, you can gain that confidence. And that same way you can gain that confidence is the same way that you can lose that confidence.
Real rap. Stay inside your playstyle, though.
100%. Stay inside your playstyle.
Don't come outside of that, because once you start running XY routes,
literally.
Listen, you're supposed to, you know what I'm saying, call it where it is at, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Listen, stay inside your playstyle, run how you supposed to run, or you know what I'm saying, catch how you supposed to catch.
You see how they got Eagles hats on? Me personally, I'm a Ravens fan, and I'm not wearing the Eagles hat. But I do love the Eagles. I just want to throw that out there. But I'm staying inside my own playstyle. It's just that simple. It's all about knowing you, right or wrong, regardless. You know you. Keep it that way.
Right.
But with that being said, we definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in to us. We have way more content for you coming up. That being said, you guys got anything to say?
Listen, you already know the vibes, man. Make sure you tell your cousin, uncle, grandpa, mom, tell your monkey and your fish too. You know what I'm saying? Because only way is up. That's all I really gotta say.
What about his uncle?
Huh?
You didn't mention the uncle. The uncle's being left out.
Tell Theo too.
Theo. Okay, yeah. Well, this has been another episode of Controversial Chronicles. Feel free to tune in next week.